All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day of Saber Sims DFS office hours. It is Thursday, June 22nd of 2023 here. Looks like we have a 5-game MLB main slate already underway with a 3-game night slate later today. Good luck to all of you playing the main slate today. And then good luck to all of you in all of your PGA contests, the Travelers Championship teed off earlier this morning. So good luck in all of your weekend long, your showdowns, etc. here. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the coaches over here at SaberSim. It's a show where we go over how to use the SaberSim app, answer any and all DFS related questions. Questions can come in via support. You can reach us at support@sabersim.com. You can post questions live in the YouTube chat. You can also post questions in the office hours channel in our Discord server. If you're not in our Discord, there is a link in the description below to get joined up. Highly recommend it as always here. But apologies if I sound, a little under the weather here. I definitely am. Nose is bothering me here. So I'm just going to try and take it nice and easy today. Nice slow pace, which is a little departure from how we usually do this show. I try to keep the energy up, the pace up, keep the show moving here. But with that being said, we have 2 questions at the moment. One came in the office hours channel. One came in via support here. And if you guys have anything on your mind that you guys want to ask, now is a great time to do that. But going to start with this first question that came in the office hours channel. Question says, what should your pool size be if you're playing cash? Do you leave it at the default or do you increase it to 5,000? So good question here. So if you guys come into the build settings, you switch the style from GPP to cash here, you're going to see that your pool size is only 40 lineups here. I would leave that. And the reason that I would leave that is because cash is a game type where you are trying to optimize for highest projected points. So as you can see, the sliders go down to 0, 0. So we're not making any adjustment based on correlation here. And then sim diversity is 0, which means that we are actually using the player's average projections when we are building your lineup. And what we are trying to do is solve a knapsack problem where we are trying to put as many projected points into your lineup as possible here. So you do not want to sacrifice projected points in cash games. That is the last thing that you want to do. So since we are optimizing based on projected score, your lineups are going to be sorted by projected score in the post build here, and then they're going to be sorted in descending order, right? So you never want to go and play your 500th highest projected score lineup in cash. You always want to stay with those top lineups here. So I think that leaving it at 40 is totally fine. And I don't think that you need to dive really deep into your cash pool here. All right, this question, next question here from support kind of piggybacks on this one that came in the office hour channel. So this question says, does everyone get the same lineups on the Saber Sim simulator? And this is a really good question. So if you are using GPP settings here, if you're playing, any of like the tournament type of contests here, the answer is no, that you're not going to get the same lineup as everybody else. And the reason for that is because what sim diversity does is, we have thousands of sims of each of these games. And when we are, when your sim diversity is anywhere from 1 to 10, what we are doing is we are randomly sampling those game sims for each game. So we might take 5 sims from the Washington game, 5 sims from the Philly game, 5 sims from the Minnesota game, 5 sims from Cleveland, and 5 sims from the Giants game. And then we are going to look at how the players did across those simulations. And then we are going to use the new projection from those 5 games as the projection that the player actually scored when we go to analyze the players and decide who to put into your lineup. And then we are going to do that 500 times if you are requesting 500 lineups here. So by doing that, from if you were to, pull out a combination calculator and do how many combinations of 5 can you take from 5,000 here, that number is going to be incredibly high, and then you're going to have to multiply that by by however many games there are. So the number of combinations of game simulations that you can put together gets exponentially high very fast. That is why you are not going to get the same lineup as another SaberSim user, like automatically here or by default, right? The only time that can happen is probably in showdown contests, but in showdown you're likely to be duplicated, field wide. It's not just within SaberSim. So people will say, "Hi, how do I get different from other SaberSim users?" In showdown, you should be looking to get different from everybody in your contest in these showdown formats here. So the only time that you will build with SaberSim and you will get the same exact lineup as another SaberSim user is if you're building on cash settings. So because we are using the average projection to build your lineup, everybody has the same average projections here. And when we are optimizing based on this, there is only one lineup that is the highest projected score lineup here. So in that format, everybody should get the same cash optimal, which a lot of people refer to a cash the highest projected scoring lineup as is your cash optimal. So, SaberSim has a cash optimal lineup, and then, other sites with other projections have their own cash optimal. So cash gets a little interesting, but it's really easy to build a high projected lineup in the 2023 DFS ecosystem here. Good question from support. We will get a timestamp recording of this of your question being answered back over to you. But with that being said, we are all caught up with questions at the moment here. While I wait for any last questions to come in, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are not playing over on Owner's Box, highly recommend taking advantage of it. We partnered with Owner's Box at the beginning of the MLB season here. We've been very happy with the partnership to date. We are the first major optimizer to support this platform. A lot of other, sites are not really pushing their users to play on Owner's Box. So the level of competition on Owner's Box is much softer than what you're going to find on DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo here. The contests tend to overlay a lot. Sometimes they are paying you to play. Sometimes the contests are rake free. Sometimes the contests have reduced rake, which are just percentage points that you do not need to earn back before seeing a profit in your contest. So highly recommend playing over there. If you use promo code SABER or SaberSim when you sign up, 1, you can get a $500 deposit bonus. 2, you can get free months of SaberSim just by playing on the site. So each time you hit one of these entry fee thresholds, we will reach out to you, tell you, hey, you have earned a free month of SaberSim. Do you want to cash in on that? If you say yes, we will reset your tracking to 0, and there is no limit on the amount of credit that you can earn for SaberSim here. So highly recommend taking advantage of this promotion. But I know today's kind of a weird day. MLB main site is already underway. PGA is already underway. Any questions that you guys might have had, before submitting your lineups are probably gone by now. But if anybody is, thinking about DFS, hanging out in the Discord, question pops in your guys' head, drop it in the Office Hours channel. Gets us a steady queue of questions to get started with at the beginning of our next show. Tomorrow is our last show of the week. We do this show Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern here. So I always appreciate when we have questions to get started with for the next show. But it looks like we're going to call this one early, which is good for me. I'm really feeling under the weather here. So until tomorrow, everybody, good luck. Take care of your contest. I will see you all. Thanks. Bye.